Alright, good evening everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Severe Weather Outlook right here on the EdPC Severe Weather Outlook YouTube channel. Today's date, it is Friday, June the 19th, 2026, and it's currently 5:08 in the evening time. And today we have the day one severe outlook for the threat of severe weather, for the United States and other. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's take a look here at the current, severe weather outlook here, shall we? So down here in Portland, all the way from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, where we have a marginal risk for severe thunderstorm for today. And then, up in New Mexico, and portion of Colorado, and portion of western Kansas, and portion of Nebraska, do have a marginal risk for severe thunderstorm. And then up in the Minnesota and Wisconsin and portions of Minnesota and a little bit of North Dakota and a little bit of South Dakota have a marginal, and then parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota had a light risk for severe weather. Today on the tornado graphic map, we only have Minnesota in a level 2 in a level 2 area for the chance for some tornadoes that could happen, and these areas are going to be Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Fargo, North Dakota, Piedmont, Minnesota, and Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Next up is the damaging wind graphic, where we have a 5% all the way from Texas to Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and New Mexico, Colorado, portion of western Kansas, portion of Wisconsin, and Minnesota. And then we have Nevada in some areas of the wind. And these areas that are in the 5% are going to be San Angelo, Texas, Austin, Texas, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Tampa, Florida, and last but not least, St. Paul, Minnesota, could have the risk for the damaging wind graphic to 5%. And then next up is, and finally, we have the large hail graphic, where we have in Mexico, Colorado, western Kansas, and Nebraska, they do have a 5% for the hail, of course, today. And then finally, we have up in Wisconsin and parts of Minnesota have a 5%, and then we have a 15% for the Minnesota and part of the Wisconsin area. And the areas that are in the 15% are going to be Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Bloomington, Minnesota, Piedmont, Minnesota, and Brooklyn Park, Minnesota are in the 15%. And then last but not least, the 5% areas are going to be Rochester, Minnesota, Fargo, North Dakota, La Crosse, Wisconsin, Wagana, Wisconsin, and Menango, Minnesota. and I'm gonna do my best to read all of this, so just give me some time to read all of it. There is a light risk of severe thunderstorms across Portland, Minnesota, and western Wisconsin. Isolated drawn to severe thunderstorm may reduce gusty wind today across part of the upper Midwest and the Central Plains from Texas and into portion of southeast across part of the Saarinen into the northern Great Blackson. Severe potential remained even in the afternoon and evening across the upper Emmett Valley and district Moat, Balkanen, and Monagle drawn deep layer low and deep low level upper rise will predict supporting the risk of hail and damaging wind and the stronger storms, having at least a 15% printable burnout of severe weather. Anyway, I tried. I didn't. Anyway, here's everything that's said about the risk for severe weather today. Feel free to pause the video at any time if you want to read all of it. Please pause the video if you like to read. If you want to do that. Alright, well, anyway, that is gonna wrap it up here for the day 1 outlook here of severe weather outlook. I will be back here. Shortly for the day 2 outlook for the United States here shortly. So until next time, have a great day, Allie. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you real soon for the day 2 outlook. See you later. Bye bye.